Radio Zero.
It's Radio Zero with Rick and Rose. 95504 2025.
All right.
Did I say it at the right time? I forgot to put on my this is where my brain is. I've forgotten to put on my headphones even.
We're live streaming on Facebook on the Radio Zero page and Poster Children page, on Twitch at PCJC USA, and on the Poster Children YouTube channel. You can also consume this non-linearly. It's a podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, RadioZero.us, and you can patronize us at patreon.com/Radio Zero. Thanks to all our patrons, our Patreon donors.
God. All right, now I'm trying to figure out. I have to click on. I'm not on the right thing. I've clicked off the other thing, and now I've got a Ravelry tab. All right, there we go. All right, now I've got the right thing going here. All right, I'm all set now. I think it's not like when Governor Pritzker, when Governor Pritzker goes live, you got at least a 20-minute wait. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm all set. Okay, start it again.
All right. The chat's not showing up on the live stream. So, okay. That's fine. I'll figure it out later.
Well, okay. I think I have the chat.
The chat's not. Oh, yeah. So maybe the chat's not working. Okay.
Maybe it's better that way. That's the other thing too, is I don't see it. Maybe I'll click here. Oh, now I'm getting it, I think. All right, geez. That's the other thing, is that when our governor goes live, you have to remember to turn off the chat, because all you see is people hate him so much. So this was the week that, or the last weekend was the weekend that everybody thought Trump had died. And then I had I was having a hissy fit because people are starting to talk about dancing on his grave and stuff like that. And I don't know, something inside me was that's so wrong. You can't do that. You can't dance. I know he's a terrible person. And then I had this whole existential crisis about evil and bear with me because my brain is not working today, but I'm I was people are not people don't have evil. People are not born evil. There's something inside them that makes them that makes them do evil actions, right? That's what I was thinking, and then I was just so, I don't know, it was so antithetical, is that what you say, to my being, I couldn't even conceive of dancing around and having a celebration that Trump died. I couldn't even conceive of it. I think maybe, and the thing is that who's the turtle again? I forgot.
Mitch
Yeah,
McConnell?
Mitch McConnell. I've said, in the past couple of years, I'll be happy when he dies. I'll be dancing around, I'll be happy. That, I could almost, I feel like that, but now I feel maybe it's with all this Israel stuff, I'm just I can't even, dancing on his grave. Why would you even do that? You're just adding more shit to the universe. There's so much horrible. We're already the frog in the boiling water. We're already there now. If you, I was listening to the news, with new ears, driving home today, and I was just okay, Florida's just ending all vaccines. That's not medium heat. That's we're already boiling. It's already boiling, right? We're not in the medium heat now. And it's I guess it's just it's so far gone that you're just one of them if you're going to dance on his grave. You're just one of them. Would you dance on Trump's grave?
No, but I guess it doesn't have to do with the fact that things are so bad now that I wouldn't dance on his grave. I think it's just, celebrating the death of someone, even if they're a bad person, I guess, celebrating a death. But then, thinking about it, the natural sort of way of things where people die, and so I guess it's the celebration of it, or wishing someone dead, or bringing that bad energy. But I don't know. I guess the argument would be is like, why, it's the go back in time and kill Hitler argument, right?
Well, and so okay, so this is what I'm thinking about also. I stand in front of 40, 50 students in a classroom now, right? And 80% of them are white males, and so statistically, I stand in front of a good number of Trump voters, like young, beautiful little hearts and minds, my students who voted for Trump. I mean, that's who I stand in front of.
I mean, I think you're making an assumption that they voted. It's entirely possible.
Let's go with 25% then of the people who are voting age voting and having voted. That's still a good number. Like they're and I love all my students because that's just what I do, right? And I love them even if they voted for Trump, and probably some of them believe that he's going to deliver them from pedophilia or whatever. People believe that he's going to, he's like Jesus, he's going to help them. He's for the good. There are other people who want him to pwn the libs or whatever. That's fine too. But that's people who are upset at the libs, for the libtards, for something, right? For getting more than them, right? There's some wrong has been done somewhere to people, and so they're blaming people, and then Trump is going to deliver them. Trump is going to make it better. And so to be happy that their Christ figure has died, I just can't. I don't know. Because when Trump dies, there are going to be a lot of really upset people. They're going to be really sad because they were, like, I've listened to enough Ezra Klein now to know that people are waiting for Trump to kill all the pedophiles, to make everything good again. Like there are people who are, he's going to make everything good again, and they're just waiting for that to happen. And when he dies, because he's going to die soon probably, right? They're going to be heartbroken. They're going to be crestfallen. They're going to be really angry, right? And then I'm going to be like, ha ha, see? It's the same as like when you're like on Facebook and you see somebody like disparaging Obama or something like that, and you feel terrible. It's like, or you just see people going, Biden was a criminal. He was a terrible criminal. He was an evil person, and you feel terrible. And then I'm going to be like, no, Trump was a criminal, And I understand in my version of reality, Trump is a criminal, but in somebody else's fucked up version of reality, he's a hero. He's against pedophiles, Rick.
And so you're saying because of that, that's why you wouldn't dance on his grave?
It's not like, why? How would that help? All that would do.
No,
I'm trying to figure out why I wouldn't dance on his grave.
It's sort of
no, because I always thought about dancing on people's graves. I was always like angry enough I was angry at Mitch McConnell. I was like, I'm going to celebrate when he dies, right? And now I've changed in the last 2 years. It's probably the vaccines that I took.
Weird. So all the Buddhist shit and everything you've been through, that you never had a kind of thing where it's like, I don't think it's good to wish, death on anyone.
No, because you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, to me, you're gonna die is different than celebrating someone's death.
Yeah, so
it's not a binary thing. There's a middle, right?
Yeah.
Where it's
I feel like celebrating somebody today at, what is it, Friday, September 5th, 2025, 5:14 p.m. I feel like, and I couldn't even remember where I parked this morning, so I'm really out of it, I guess. But I feel like celebrating somebody's death, I feel like somebody else is probably mourning that person's death, And so like so why would I celebrate somebody's death? Like how, I guess I would celebrate it because I would celebrate it because then all like theoretically all of this like anti-vax stuff and all of this like all of this giving all the money to the rich and taking money away from the poor and all this anti-science stuff is going to end. But guess what? It's not. It's not going to end when Trump dies.
Yeah, I'm still going back to the core idea that the reason why you wouldn't celebrate his death is because other people think he's good, and then it would be wrong to, it would upset them that you were celebrating his death.
Yeah.
It's not.
This is not Buddhism. This is Israel.
The more kind of core thing where it's like, celebrating the death of a person is just, sort of bad.
Why? Because everybody dies. That's a quote.
Celebrating their death. So, I guess then so are you playing some kind of semantic game where
I'm not.
A celebration could be positive too?
No, I'm not. I mean.
So what I'm talking about is the taking joy and taking joy in the death and wishing the death of someone else.
So to you, what does the death of someone kind of represent? Like what's around it? Because to me, when I think of the death of someone, I think of all of the sadness of the people who like will miss them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's the end of a life. I mean, and I don't know. I guess I have some sort of core empathy for human life, and I feel like even if someone is completely evil, I don't know, wishing their death is bad, and then also celebrating it. I mean,
well, okay, but let's say the person who dies can't feel it. They don't feel it. They're not like, oh, fuck, I'm dead. I'm really sad now.
So I'm not talking, I guess.
Yeah, so you're talking about the people around them, right?
It's kind of like a core, I don't know, moral belief I have, which is that, it's not, there's not a reason like where it's like, to me, it's just the basic, I don't know, humane way of viewing the world and human life and all lives, I guess, even.
Well, okay. So the other thing that I keep thinking of is like dancing, like when if you've successfully vanquished your enemy, then there's always going to be another one coming out that hates you and wants to kill you.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It's just there's always going to be something else. Like so if
you're
so
what you're saying is like the celebration of someone's death, if you're celebrating or wishing the death of someone, then you shouldn't do it because it's not there's no, you're doing a cost benefit analysis, like you're not going to get any gain.
Yeah, you're not getting anything.
You're going to lose something because another person will come in and replace them. It's not that, wishing someone dead or celebrating in a negative way someone's death is just a core inhumane or core problem.
All right, like here's another problem. I'm trying to understand my own brain here. Okay, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm trying to understand it. So here's another thing that my brain, now it's 5:18, and this is what I'm gonna say to you. Like wishing somebody dead, I'm totally fine with that.
So that visualization where you try you think of people and you send, what is that called?
Metta.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking of a person you're sending.
Yeah, so the way it works is that there's a Buddhist meditation called Metta with 2 T's, and you think of somebody that you really love and you wish upon them, I hope they're happy, I hope they're healthy, I hope they're at peace. There's like sometimes there's 3 wishes that you do upon them, and sometimes there's 5. I can't remember what the 5 are, but I wish they're happy, I wish they're healthy, I wish they're at peace. And you do that, you do that for like 15 minutes or 5 minutes or however long you're going to do that. Somebody who you really love, somebody who you really respect, and then you do somebody that you have absolutely no connection to at all, not like no clinging to at all. It's just like the mailman, right? Like somebody that you neither like nor hate. It's not like, and it's not somebody you're ambiguous to either. The wording is important. Like it's somebody that you don't like and you don't hate. It's like you have, yeah, it's weird. You do that same amount of time. You wish them to be happy, healthy, and at peace. And then you pick somebody that you hate. And then you do that too. And I think I wrote about this in my book, actually, right? And the whole thing is you're not wishing happiness upon the evil person. You're conditioning your heart. So maybe I did too much of it, I guess, maybe.
So you're not putting positive thoughts towards the person.
It's not to affect them.
No, I understand.
Yeah. You are putting positive thoughts.
So
yeah,
what's
you're putting
the point? What's the point of that then? If it's not somehow creating some sort of empathy or some sort of empathy with a person that you the emotion of hate you have, right?
Yeah. It's turning your hate around. It's like it's conditioning your hate.
And so to me, that's I mean, isn't that the whole purpose of that? It's not, apparently. I thought that was to sort of
no, it is probably
an openness to all beings, right?
Yeah.
And an empathy, right? As opposed to wishing someone's dead or jumping up and down on their grave.
Yeah.
Happy that they're dead. I mean, to me, that's so. That's the problem I have with it. It was just like, I don't think it's good to. But you could say that's sort of human focus centered, human exceptionalism, where you're saying, this life is more exceptional, or all human lives are exceptional and need to be cherished and accepted or validated, I guess. I don't know. But to me, there's sort of core humanity and being a humane person. And to me, wishing someone dead is not a positive, humane thing, and you should not do it. Even if they're a bad person.
Do you believe? Okay, let me ask you this: do you believe that people are bad people? Like, is there such a thing as a bad person? Is Donald Trump bad?
Yeah, I think he is. But is he 100% bad? Is there and again, it's not like a binary thing.
I think he's 1,500% bad, 1,800% bad. It's not. Well, 15.
I mean, yeah. So I guess the problem, this is where the conflict always is. It's like with the problem with capital punishment, right? And the problem with condemning people, canceling people,
Yeah. All right. So like the whole thing about like, and I when my mind went to like how, like, this is terrible. I wouldn't, like, people were like, I'm going to dance on his grave. This is fantastic. And I was like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, what's the matter with me? And how can I even tell these people not to celebrate this? And how can I tell my own kid not to celebrate this and stuff like that? Right. And then like a little bit later, like, so I was surprised at my own mind. Like, cause I'm not surprised at you would be like, no, you can't, you're just such a nice person. You'd always say that. But for me, like I have said, I will be happy when Mitch McConnell dies. I've said that, I feel like I probably won't say that now either. So in the past 2 years, I've had some sort of a change or something, I guess, or there's, I don't know. But like later on that day, when the day that I was like, God, I hate myself for this. I read something about and I was thinking, I don't believe that Trump was born bad. I think his actions are bad and stuff. Like I was actually thinking that. And then I think I forwarded it to you guys. I feel like I read that some people are just born they're trained to want to hurt people, right? Didn't I send you that? Like there's an article about people who thrive on hurting other people. And that's why there's people who want to pwn the libs.
Yeah, and then there's everything in between, right? There's a whole gradient of
Yeah.
People, and so the thing is that, yeah, I mean, Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, they're in some ways abstractions, right? So it's not even wishing a human is dead. It's wishing, this cultural force, this, person of power, I guess, and influence who is causing harm, wishing them dead and celebrating when a curse has been lifted, I guess. A curse upon your culture, your society,
and
humanity.
And let's just be clear, like when Trump dies, like if he dies, and he's not going to die while he's in office. I don't think he's going to die in office unless I think for me, if I hear that he died in office, I'm not going to believe it. I'm going to believe that he went to like some, went to one of the king countries, and he's just going to live like a king or something like that, right? I don't believe. I think he's just, he's had enough of being the president, and he's, the being there. People are going to put JD Vance in charge for a while, right? So wait a minute. So it probably is in their best interest for JD Vance to end up being the president during this next 4 years, right? Because otherwise, he's actually going to have to go through a election process. Well, maybe he won't, though. Yeah, maybe there won't be any more elections anymore. But you know what I mean? Like, so if like the last year he's the president, then it'd be easier for the MAGAs, the people who are kind of losing interest now because everything's still expensive. And you know what I mean? Like those people, like maybe they're not going to, like our college students, like maybe they're not going to go out and vote. So they have to keep those people on, and maybe they're not going to vote for JD Vance, So, but if he was acting president already, then they're more apt to vote for him.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean.
So Trump will have to die, like in the next 3 years, right? Maybe like in order for them to keep. How are they going to keep? Or they're gonna gerrymander the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was another thing too. I listen to Pod Save America all the time, and like there was one, I'm doing something while I'm listening to it, like I'm breaking the tiles in our floor, or I'm like mixing toxic chemicals and putting more tiles in our floor and stuff like that. I'm listening, and so like I've got like the mask on, and I'm listening to these guys talk about like the gerrymandering thing back. That was like probably last week, right? And they're like, they're like. And they know what's going on here, and they're kind of like, what? They're saying that if it becomes a fight, and if everybody reconfigures their voting, what do you call it? Like redoes their landscape, their voting landscape, right? If everybody reconfigures and gerrymanders and stuff, it's not going to be the Democrats that win. Like mathematically, it's not going to be, the Democrats are not going to win. They're not going to be able to balance out the Republicans just because it's, if the land votes, then it's all rural, it's all rural people. Like I don't know what to do. I think I mean that's the other realization I've had in the past month, is that pretty soon women won't be able to vote. They won't be able to get abortions. I mean, maybe they'll be able to get it in Illinois, but like when I go on, when I see Pritzker on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Pritzker, oh my God, all I see are, if I have the comments on, it's just like, you're an evil person, you're Hitler in Illinois, get out of Illinois. It's just like, I don't know if it's bots, but there are plenty of people who hate him in Illinois. Jesus Christ, I don't even, oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Tim Bowers says, hello, Secret Service. Welcome to Radio Zero. Yeah. Oh, hello, Secret Service. Yeah. Oh, am I saying bad stuff? We're talking about
threatening to. Well, yeah, you haven't threatened to do anything to Trump, so I guess
no.
I'm
okay. Like, yeah, of course not.
Of course not.
No, I'm saying the exact opposite. Like I'm like, how, that's not the way to go about this. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing matters, Tim says, anymore. An asteroid or aliens will get to us first. Well, I'm just, so, I mean, I don't even know where to start. We should talk about politics a little, right?
I guess. Yeah.
All right. What did you hear today?
I didn't hear anything. I was working on my stuff. So
okay. Well, what were you working on?
my classes.
What classes? Let's talk about that instead.
No, we don't have to talk about that instead. It's just like you're like, what did you hear today? And it's like
it's
I haven't heard
nonstop.
anything.
Oh, we're waiting for. Oh, it says restream.io. The chat is ready to display messages.
Yeah,
Are you working
got
on
it.
it?
Got
oh,
it working.
Good job.
Again.
So right now where we are is, let me see here. So because of the unicorn that Washington D.C. is, right? The National Guard has been there. What is it? The National Guard that's
Yeah.
protecting the sanitary aspects of Washington D.C.'s most public areas.
Oh, I did hear that today as they were talking about people like reporters in DC. They were talking about how like the National Guard is in kind of like high profile wealthy areas.
They're in the mall. They're in the
Yeah,
mall. They're
yeah.
there where there's absolutely no crime at all. That's what the Pod Save America guys were saying too.
Yeah.
They're just, it's just for people to see. It's all spectacle. Now, they've been threatening for like a week now Trump's been threatening to move the troops. There have been troops in LA all this time, and now like this week that was ruled that's not legal apparently.
California law.
California
but,
law.
So,
Yeah. So that's just going to go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's going to be like, yeah, it is.
So Baltimore, Chicago, and possibly New Orleans, even, and so the governor of Louisiana is all for it, but then
right.
the local government of New Orleans
is not for it.
Not.
So mostly Trump was targeting cities with black mayors. That was the beginning, like of this all, and saying that they're hellholes. He called Chicago a hellhole, and then our savior Governor Pritzker, I think the messaging is good. I think they're working on the messaging. I feel like the sound bites that I hear coming out of theirs, like he's a lot of I'm going to protect my people, and a lot of messaging about my people, if this happens you can do this and stuff like that. What else? What other messaging does he have? It's also illegal for him. You can't do this. I don't want it. We don't need it. We don't need the troops. What we need, this is what he said that I thought was good messaging. We don't need the troops. What we need is the funding that you've taken away from our cities and stuff like that. We need actual. If you gave us the money instead of spending money on sending the troops in to make a spectacle, if you gave us the money in the way that actually helps fight crime, then that would be you showing that you want to fight crime, but you obviously don't want to because you're doing this instead. And then there was like this thing where Trump is like, well, I'd like the governor of Illinois to call me. I'd be honored. He said, I think he should call me. And then he said, I'd be honored because Pritzker is like way richer than him, right? Is Pritzker richer than Trump?
Yeah, I think Pritzker's wealth is real.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love that, too.
It's also, it's hotel wealth. I guess it's a little different.
Hey, people need places to stay.
That's
not going to go away.
I think JB, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I'm not 100% on JB's finances, whether or not he's directly making money from the family fortune or whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. So Tim Bowers says Tylenol in pregnancy is autism. For the mom?
For RFK Jr.
Yeah, RFK Jr.
Okay.
I watched that. I watched a little bit of that spectacle also. That was kind of funny. And then Tim Bowers also says 500 bags of trash collected in 2 weeks. So that's good. Cleaning up our streets, making them safer again. And I think I see Chris Schneeberger saying that when Trump dies, I won't celebrate his family's loss, but I will feel great relief. I will be happy that we are rid of him. Yeah. I mean, I think I said to somebody, probably telling my mom this or something, that like because I feel like old Jews, no offense to all you old Jews who are listening to this. I'm an old Jew too, but like I think that there's like a all we got to do is get rid of the enemy and then we're fine, and that hasn't worked. It's been a long time. It hasn't worked. So you can never get rid of the enemy. So where was I on this? I can't remember what I was talking about now.
RFK, how are your feelings about the health of our great nation?
The what I was listening to the hearing too, and that was just a spectacle because people are yelling at each other. People are yelling at RFK when they ask him, do you think that Trump should get the Medal of Honor or something like that for Operation, was it Warp Speed? That's what it was called, Operation Warp Speed. And he's like, yeah, he should. And then whatever senator or congressperson said to him, well, you feel like he should win an award for that, but yet you say that vaccines killed people, like more vaccines killed people than helped them. And he's like, that's right. And he's like, well, he's like saying two completely different things. I actually started, there's something wrong with me because I was watching RFK at that point and I was like admiring him. I was like admiring I was like, wow, what makes a person like that? Is it heroin? Like what makes a person just be able to say, no, 2 + 2 is 4. And then somebody's saying, but you just said it was 5. Yeah, it's 5. Like, just say two completely different things. You're taking vaccines away from people. No, I'm not. You said you weren't going to take vaccines away from people, and now you are. No, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean,
I actually will be happy when he dies.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Come
I know
on.
it's terrible. Oh, and then also, so if you're not knowledgeable about this, there's a fantastic Ezra Klein on RFK that I was listening to while I was breaking up the floor. And it was fantastic, because it talks about all the, and then the next minute he's like, he's like talking about conspiracy, like all of did you see the Bernie clip too? Like all the senators are being paid off by the drug companies. And I'm like, they are. You're right. Just don't say that science is wrong after that. Just shut up before you say science is wrong.
Who?
Just say
Bernie said
RFK,
science is wrong?
RFK is
yeah.
Like all the senators are in bed with all the Congress people are in bed with the drug companies, and Bernie's like, yes, and he elaborates on that, and he's like, well, so, and then you're like the only non-corrupt politician. Is it you? It was just like, and then the whole spectacle is a bunch of white people white old men yelling at each other. Except that RFK has colorful skin, right? His and then I was like, I'm watching. This is what's going through my mind. How come RFK can't share his tanning secrets with Trump? Why is Trump orange and RFK is like this sort of burgundy color?
Well, because the Kennedys are more swarthy, right? They're able to tan, whereas Trump is, a pale German, right? So he can't naturally tan.
Why are the Kennedys swarthy?
So I shouldn't have used that word.
That's a great word. I love that word.
Why?
Yeah.
Genetics. They're
okay. They've had.
Although, yeah, they're Irish too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Irish. Yeah. I'm not sure.
How come they can tan? He's not. That's not tan. That's reddish, weird. He
looks more like a basted turkey, but it's but that's, I think I would say he's naturally that's natural skin damage, right? Tanning.
And then
he
looks
naturally tanned.
So he did heroin?
I guess.
Yeah. Chris also says, this is a quote from Clarence Darrow, I never wished a man dead, but I have read some obituary notices with great pleasure. Yeah. I think at this point, I think that Trump is a symptom.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's...
So when he dies, it's going to be just hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, but the thing is that he's a very effective, I guess what you would call a leader, right? Of
he's a great man.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that he's able to push this crazy shit through, right?
Yeah.
And people are supporting him. So, yeah, I mean, he's a symptom. He's a product of our deeply damaged society, but he's not. Yeah, his. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing is but if he's gone, I guess, you know, yeah, there won't be someone that'll replace him, right?
Well, okay, so like is it going to be JD Vance?
Well, yeah, if it's in the next couple
And then
of
who
years.
like do we know who's next? Is it RFK? Is also all right, so do you think that RFK is going to have to step down? Like we have seen the end of Elon Musk. He went back to, whatever else.
RFK didn't do anything against Trump. I mean, he wasn't fighting Trump, right?
Yeah, but it was you had some Republicans who were like, wait, you should stop this anti-science stuff. Like it's going too far. Like some of the Republicans were unhappy with some of the shit he was saying.
Yeah, so I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see why he would get booted.
Well, all right. So, what are your thoughts on the occupation of Chicago? Do you think it's actually going to happen, or they're going to send more ICE agents, right, to like, haul away?
Yeah.
Just anybody who's got like RFK colored skin.
Yeah. So I got an email from cameraman's school in Chicago, and saying that they're whatever they're doing to deal with ICE. And so that's some of the things that are happening is just like at universities and schools now there's an increased sort of ICE presence apparently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not just Home Depot parking lots, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The whole military thing, or the National Guard going in. I mean, you watched it too, the Devo documentary, and just the fact that, them coming out of Kent State, right? And that to me is what this is all about, is like, oh, send in the National Guard. It's like sort of revisiting or replaying like the late 60s, early 70s, right? Which is like you send in the National Guard and then spark off some sort of, violent,
Right, that's what I was worried about was gonna happen in Chicago, is that, and it hasn't happened. Maybe it will happen, but
so for like old men, like it's like, so Chicago is also highly symbolic because of 1968, right? And it's like
you want to like
this crazy
elaborate.
old man 60s shit, Law and Order, yeah.
So can you just recap what happened at Kent State and what happened in 1968 Chicago for people who are listening who don't know?
Well, in Chicago during the Democratic National Convention, there was a police riot and the beating on protesters, and then in Kent State, same thing. Basically, National Guardsmen firing on student protesters.
What about that was the
and killing, in that case, people were killed.
Yeah.
And so seeing the effect of that, where the Devo guys were just like, oh yeah, you can't, it was kind of like when you're protesting and you're fighting, and then a group of your friends get killed. It's kind of like, okay, this is not working. We have to figure out a different way of fighting the system. So whether or not that's creating a avant-garde culture jamming audiovisual collective, or it's starting a something like the Weather Underground and a terrorist or a paramilitary organization. I guess those are other options, but it's kind of like, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It's just old school shit, like retro stuff, like Law and Order. Like, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use the National Guard to sort of police and kill people.
Can you explain to me what Wag the Dog is? Because I've forgotten now.
The tail wagging the dog?
Or just a wag the dog thing?
That was that book about Bill Clinton, right? The Clintons and... Yeah. I mean, it's about spin, right? It's just, Um, I don't know. I don't know what you want from me here.
No, I'm done.
Just,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just obvious.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's just
So the political anyway politics it's the landscape is just so filled with like it's just one thing after there's so much it's overwhelming like you can't focus on one thing. It's just like I don't remember what the term was, but that was the plan, was to just overwhelm people and not make them able to focus on anything, and just spray out Project 2025. So, have you felt? Have you do you actually feel like your life is better or worse under Trump though?
do I feel like my life is better or worse?
Yeah, are you better off than you were 7 months ago?
I mean, I don't think so, but I'm a white man. I mean, this whole society is built for me, you know? And so uh I mean, I mean, superficially, I mean, I'm a little better off, but it's not because of Trump. It's because, right, we have a union, and I, gotta increase in my paycheck, right, and a guaranteed sort of pay increase over the next few years. So, I mean, I'm better off in that respect. But in terms of finances and everything like that, yeah, I'm actually, yeah, I'm feeling. I think, yeah, things are more expensive, and even though I got more money in my paycheck, I don't feel like it's bridging that gap in how expensive everything's getting and my life is getting.
And like groceries are
Yeah.
kind of
So
unbelievable.
no, I'm not better off.
Yeah. So
I mean, generally speaking, I guess white American males are maybe better off. I don't think so.
oh,
though,
that's true
actually.
because we're not woke anymore. We're tamping
Well,
down
no,
on
okay,
the
so
woke.
now you just flipped it into sarcasm, right? So that's saying that's why we're better off, and I'm yeah.
No, why are you better off?
Because everything's shifting back towards, sort of boosting up the power of white men.
The patriarchy.
Yeah, the patriarchy.
And that's because of anti-woke sentiment, right? That's what I'm saying, is that we don't have to do DEI stuff anymore, right? Like we don't have to focus on that. That's
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like a specific instance in my life. I'm talking generally
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah, I am too. Well,
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean,
what else? All right. So you want to talk about the Jim Jarmusch movie? Did you watch any other movies this week?
I don't think I have.
We watched the Jim Jarmusch movie about the zombies. Did we talk about that last time?
No.
And we're not like a zombie watching couple, right? We don't watch that type of stuff, right? We were like,
You know those types, the zombie watching couple type. We're not them. We're
we
not
were like,
them.
oh, I think it's a horror movie, but let's watch it.
Well, no, I knew it was a zombie movie.
Yeah.
But and it's 5 years old, 6 years old. It's just I was reminded because there's a new Jim Jarmusch movie coming out. And I was like, wow, when's the last time he had a movie out? And it was like, oh, it's The Dead Don't Die, and and it was like I didn't watch it because it was like, I like Jim Jarmusch films, but I'm not, a zombie movie. I don't know. But it was very Jarmushian, as they say. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it better than I think maybe other people like yourself liked it.
Well, okay, so I was watching it. I was like, oh man, I hope the nice people don't die. I kind of just, you kind of rooting for them, and then, spoiler alert, it's been 5 years, so like everybody dies, but I guess the dead don't die.
Tom Waits doesn't die.
Tom Waits. Oh, right.
So that's got a happy ending.
Yeah,
Tom
yeah,
Waits
yeah.
is still around.
Still around. But the thing that upset me about it was that, like, and then it's an allegory, right? So zombies are people who just are clinging to too much commercialism things, right?
Well,
So
it's definitely a heavy reference to George Romero, like Night of the Living Dead, but then also which is it, Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead, whichever one is in the mall, like has the mall stuff and is, has some critique of capitalism, consumerism, right? And so it's definitely got that updated a bit.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's why, like, the next day I was like, all those people died, and they're like, and Tom Waits, the hippie, what is he? Not hippie. Hermit, yeah. Hermit Bob.
The Unabomber. No, he wasn't a Unabomber, but he was definitely, like a hermit.
Very
like,
anti-capitalist, He had the right idea. He lived. He survived. And everybody else died because it made me think, I was like, oh, I'm a terrible person because I want stuff, like I should stop wanting stuff because that makes me into a zombie if I want stuff. So I had like a little, like, I was like, I just think I said it was like adding insult to injury, because I was like, I don't want to see like a horror movie. Like I'm not like a horror movie type watching person. But then, and I was like, well, it was okay. I watched it and it was all right. But then it was like, no, you're the zombie. Like I'm a zombie because I want stuff, like I'm too capitalist, and then so it was even worse. That's all but not worse, like not worse. I was just like, oh man, I'm hit hard by this. I should rethink my life and become a hermit. So it was good. It was good. I was like, wow, it really grabbed me. I thought about it the next day. I like that. I like, well, I acknowledge and respect that it grabbed me. That it grabbed me on two different levels. There.
And I mean, this kind of goes back to wishing people dead or celebrating the death. I mean, this movie, but zombie movies, right? It's all that question, like someone's turned, and then it's like, oh, that kind of question of, do you, like the one character, like her grandma's there, and she decides to, and she's lost and given up, and it's like she just runs out into the zombie mass because she can't deal with it anymore. Seeing someone she cared for and cared for her, is now this zombie. And so that question, it kind of goes back to that very question. It was like evil or whatever, and when someone changes and turns or becomes evil, do they deserve to die, right? And so it's a way of working out some of those ideas, I guess.
Yeah.
But then, there's the whole thing is, well, they're already dead, so it's okay to kill them, right? And then other people are like, how can you do that? How can you kill someone that was this friend of yours, right?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I guess it's the problem we're dealing with. It's like, how do you deal with evil? How do you deal with, the devaluation of human life?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And then how, and then the people who are like, the people who, you like, people say, oh, you're voting against your own interests too. How about that? So we say that about, the rural people in Ohio, like, how you're voting against your own interest, how dare you do that? And then they say the same thing about us. Why are you voting against you're a white man, semi-rich white male. Why are you voting against your own interests? Like, everybody talks about that. But against your best interest.
Yeah, well, I guess and it goes back to the same thing where it's like, oh yeah, what, do you go through life acting in your own best interest all the time, or do you act in the interest of the collective good or humanity, right? And so that's a conflict right there. And so I feel like, oh yeah, wishing someone dead or celebrating the death of someone is not a humane perspective.
Well, you obviously didn't read.
It's the anti-perspective.
Yeah.
And then Cody says, the baby Hitler dilemma. It's the same thing. It's like, I'm going to murder this baby because they're going to turn into a mass murderer, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's these are moral quandaries, I guess. But in my respect, or for me, I don't want to wish anyone dead.
Yeah. I same here. All right. Anything? What else? On a lighter note.
Hot take.
Hot take. What's your hot take?
I don't want to wish. I don't think it's good to wish people dead.
I got a tattoo. I'm really excited about. I love my tattoo. My new tattoo. My 60-year-old woman tattoo is Peter Pan.
And refresh me again. So that means that you will not be able to be buried.
Huh? I don't want to be buried anyway.
In a Jewish cemetery.
Oh, I don't know if that's true. There are plenty of Jews with tattoos on their arms that I'm sure are buried in cemeteries. So, next question. You get it? Like
yeah,
the
no,
tattoo.
I do get it.
Okay,
It upset
right.
me.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, now this, AI says no, it does not. Although the act of tattooing is forbidden by Jewish law, as found in Leviticus 19:28. But while some specific burial societies have enacted their own bylaws against it, this is a misconception and not a rule in Jewish law, which does not differentiate between types of sins when it comes to burial. Nice. See? That's nice.
You can become a Jew if you want.
Well,
You can convert to Judaism. I saw the Chabad here. I saw the rabbi. He was out on Quad Day, and I stopped and talked to him. I actually got like a mini challah too. It was really nice.
nice.
Yeah. All right. So, and then just to clarify, it's not the Disney Peter Pan.
The tattoo.
The tattoo. It's like an old school Peter Pan, and he's blowing. He looks like a lady, and he's blowing stars out of his mouth, which I think is really badass. Like he's like, that's how badass Peter Pan is. He can blow stars out of his mouth. And then I kind of looked up like some of the meanings of like stars and Jamberry's like writings and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to like read up more on it, because there's all kinds of like. Yeah, I need to reread the story of Peter Pan, and I know you got me that book, and I'll have to read it.
Yeah, I would have said you should probably do a little more deep studying.
Yeah, I know.
Before you carve it into your body.
Yeah. Well, no,
permanently.
I did a little. That's the other thing too. It's like, how could you do that? And like every time you have a cavity filled, or every time like my lips turned blue like 9 months ago, probably because I probably poisoned myself with like lead paint. Things keep happening.
Where did you get lead paint?
When I was taking
okay.
like things keep happening, right? Like my hand goes numb. Like things keep happening to my body, and this actually I have control over, and I'm really happy with it. I love the colors and everything like that, and I kind of like the experience too. It feels neat.
All right. Well, I guess it's okay then that you got a tattoo.
I'm so lucky that you're so permissive of things, because there are women whose husbands.
Your body is not your own.
Well, it won't be probably next year. It'll be yours. So please take care of it. It's even better for you. No, there are women whose husbands
Forbid them to get tattoos?
I think so,
Yeah,
or
I'm
like
sure
would
there are.
upset, be upset.
But you know what?
about it.
I also bet there are women who forbid their husbands to get tattoos. That's my generic
Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh noise.
Yeah, that's good. He's dead.
He's dead.
Okay,
to be fair, I did not celebrate. I can't even remember when he died.
It was
Anyways.
recent. Okay, all right. What else? Anything good happened to you this week or the last week? Last 2 weeks?
No.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
Anything bad happened to you?
No.
Anything neutral happened to you?
Yes.
What?
Neutral. I don't know. Ate food. I pooped. What
You
are
don't
some
think
other
that those
neutral
are
things?
good things? I think those are good things. Did you have a good poop? I had a good one today.
I did. I told you about. I did have an incident. I should talk about this.
Do it.
Well, so moving cameraman into his new dorm, and then I had to poop, and so I went into the bathroom, pooped, and then
New
no
dorm.
toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving into a new place, And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to rough it for the next hour,
This is a great ending.
and until I can get back to his apartment, where we're moving back and forth from. And I was gingerly walking around and everything like that. Then got back to the apartment, and then did a maintenance check, and it was like a miracle, the miracle of the clean poop. It's like, checked myself, and it was like, and I talked to you about this. It was like, clean poops, those are kind of magical things that happen to you once.
Maybe
how
for
often?
you.
Yeah. Oh no, you have. Yeah. Okay.
I think men's poops are like more because there's always like, I like so there's always like the talk of you need a sink or something, like to wipe your ass. There needs to be something wet.
No, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
That's
all right.
not what men do.
I thought I was
Really?
under the impression that men don't pee sitting down either.
Oh,
right?
you're talking about
Just like if you poop, you have to like
okay,
it
you're
has to
talking
be
about two
wet. You have to wet the toilet paper when you.
No.
Oh wow! I was
I don't.
60
Maybe
years
I'm
old.
doing it wrong though. So that's the thing. That was that's always the joke. It's yeah, like I don't even remember being. I mean, I must have been taught, but I don't remember being taught what to do. Yeah, it was the whole thing about when there was the toilet paper shortage, and it was like, oh, do you fold, do you crumple, all that kind of stuff, and it's like, wow, it's interesting because it's like people have different methods and everything like that. But no, yeah, there's no. But anyways, this was so it had the miracle of the clean poop.
Yeah. Did you tell cameraman about it?
I don't think I did.
Child? Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I did. I told
wow,
you about
only
it.
Told me about it. That's neat.
Oh no, I might have told him. We were busy,
Yeah.
packing up stuff and
Yeah.
everything like that. But it was like, to have that happen, typically it's just this kind of random.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not random, but event that it's a miraculous event that happens maybe once a year, and then but never in an opportune moment. It's like, yeah, you're on tour, and all of a sudden you got to pull over in the middle of nowhere and go out into the forest, and then you have to find something, like a magazine or a comic book or something to use, newspaper. Right. That type of thing. That's what would always, that's
my dad had
a scenario.
Yeah, famous story where he was Nathan Westerman. This is good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
This is
like we spent 55 minutes talking about whether or not to dance on Trump's grave, and now we're talking about pooping. So my dad's famous story was my dad used to go jogging in the forest when he was 90, right? Jogging in the forest like a half a mile an hour, like not even that, and always would have to shit, always would have to take a shit, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a dog one time when he was taking a shit, and he was like, "Get away, dog!" Right? Wasn't that
oh,
that
yeah,
story?
Yeah, it was like
he would use a leave to clean himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was just a miracle. I mean, I feel like that's one miracle in my path to sainthood. I mean, just having that miraculous
that's
thing
cool.
happen.
Yeah. How many do you need? How many miracles do you
Says
need?
it 3.
All right. So I can record. Do you
Saint
do
Richard,
you,
the miracle of the clean poop?
Yeah. So how does that work in your religion?
Does not work in my religion. I don't think.
Is that
and
I'm just going to ignore
you. It's not
you.
my religion, but Episcopalians. I guess they do have saints.
I'm sure. So
right? So they have the same saints?
I'm sure they do. Oh, your mom had some kind of thing where she was explaining to me like sometimes people cross over from Catholicism to Episcopalian, and then they get schooled and they're like, "What? We don't have to do that? What?" Your mom was explaining, like, I love that. I can't remember what it was now because I can't remember anything, but so when as on your path to sainthood, is that you that they have to be told by other people, right? It's like Wikipedia.
No, yeah. It's
so
like
I can
witnesses.
be, or Nathan, you can be the person who like recounts the miracle poop, the miracle clean poop, and so I wonder what the next one could be.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it. Yeah, but typically they're more, substantial miracles. Like getting rid of all the rats in Ireland. Things like that.
Well, but there are lesser saints, right? So, right? So you could be Saint
but
Richard
I don't think they
III.
rank them based on miracles. I think their lesser saints are just less. It's kind of just like a popularity contest where it's like,
Oh yeah.
the saint is
Sure.
the patron saint of sanitation workers or something. It's not they're not as important. Right.
What could you be the patron saint of?
Digital nomads.
Okay.
That's what I love. The patron saint of digital nomads. I should find out who that is.
What's a digital nomad? Is that like somebody
just
who
what came into my head.
doesn't have a Facebook account and doesn't have like an Instagram account?
No,
Is
no,
that-
they I think they work digitally, but they're wandering around.
Oh, all right. So I'm just trying to
I just
think of
thought
a
it sounded
miraculous.
funny,
Yeah.
'cause the word nomad,
Yeah.
has that old kind of biblical,
Yeah. Digital nomad.
but it's a digital nomad.
You bring others the gift of clean poop.
Oh, here we go. Blessed
Looking it up.
Carlo Acutis, a teenage computer programmer who used the internet to spread his faith, is regarded as the patron saint of the internet and is a suitable intercessor for digital nomads. He's set to be officially canonized on September 7th. Holy cow,
shit.
2025.
Wow.
I remember hearing about this kid.
Oh,
so,
that's good. Yeah, actually, I do too. Yeah, like I said, there's everyday saints. In fact, there's a band called probably the Everyday Saints, right? Maybe not. There should be.
I feel like maybe. Yeah, this kid. I'm trying to remember what's special about this. He died very young.
Oh.
But yeah, he's going to be kind of like the digital saint.
Do you have to die in order to?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. But you have
It's
to build
like getting
up the miracles.
on, like coins or paper money in the United States. You got to be dead.
Yeah. Until you don't. So your homework, everybody who listens to this, is to just think about all the different miracles that have happened to you. Or is it a miracle that happens to you or with you or for you or like you cause it?
Yeah, you're sort of, and so sometimes it's, I feel like sometimes it's like having spoken with God or Jesus, right? That's less of you doing something and then more having something done to you.
Okay, all right. So, but it's
Jesus.
you look around
like
for
witnessing,
Yeah.
the voice of the Lord or something. I think that can be a miracle.
Also. Okay, all right. I'm just trying I'm trying to think of. I'm sure something great happened to me this year. Or I did something good. Like I'm trying to think of like just when something magical happens, right? You didn't even believe, like, wow, how did that happen? Like you order something and it comes that day.
Same day delivery.
Or
the
like
miracle of same day. Well, yeah,
or
that's the Bezos.
You lift something or you list something on Poshmark.
Saint Bezos.
And somebody buys it. Poshmark. Does he own that too?
No.
Okay.
I just like saying Saint Bezos.
Yeah, so
the patron saint of same day delivery.
I was trying. I asked the kids in one of my classes today.
Peter Thiel's Catholic, right? Going for sainthood.
That's the other thing.
That would be the end, right? Is when the Antichrist gets elevated to sainthood, but he'll have to die. So if he's going to live forever, he won't be able to get his sainthood. Yeah,
I actively avoid, like that was like, what did Pod Save America guys put or list, or Ezra Klein, somebody listed like didn't he just did who did an interview with him?
Okay, Peter Thiel is not Catholic either. I'm just like full of misinformation here.
Oh well.
J.D. Fans is though, right? He converted
to Catholicism.
Is that right?
I hate him. And this was like Pod Save America guys were talking about him too, or Ezra Klein. Somebody was talking about him, that he's really smart. And he's just, this is like, there were some really good Pod Save Americas, I think. So he's really, really, really smart, and he's just a fucking opportunist. He wants what he wants, right? Like so he'll just change. I think RFK is the same way, right? They just want power. And so they just change their views.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were saying, that's what scared me. maybe that's where this whole "I'm not going to dance on Trump's grave" thing came from. I think this may be where it all came from. Actually, is them talking about how smart JD Vance is. Like, apparently he's really smart. Like, and so he can figure stuff out. Like, he's like, Trump's a moron, right? He's good. He's smart about, like, he's good in certain things. Like, he's like a chaos lord, right? He's good at that, right?
A promoter.
Yeah, he's a good promoter.
A flim flam man.
Yeah. But like, apparently JD Vance is like actually like intelligent enough to like
Machiavellian.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So, and that's why I'm not looking forward to Trump's death. Like, he's got to last 3 more years. Otherwise, this JD Vance is going to be in the, and then fucking that asshole, that the even worse guy out of everybody, the Jew. What's his name? Miller, Stephen fucking Miller. How about that?
Yeah.
How about he's the second skull in the Raiders of the Lost Ark that like whose skull melts and hasn't yet. Actually, kind of looks like that guy afterwards. All right, are we out of time?
Yeah,
we're
out of time.
Miracles, the miracle of poop, the miracle of the clean poop, and why you shouldn't dance on somebody's grave. I don't know how you're gonna. Good luck with this one. I'll go make dinner, and you can figure out what you're gonna. You even know what you're gonna call this one?
I'm gonna call it Metta.
METTA.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So did we do all the? Did we talk about anybody we love and worship? No, because there isn't anybody.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fit within the construct. I just thought it would be a funny.
It
name
is funny
for the
though.
Episode.
Yeah, you should call it that. Well, who do we? All right, so who? Well, let's pick 3 people.
No, I don't want to. I want to.
You want to end this?
I want to be done.
We have to pick. We have no problem putting, like, hoping that the person who we absolutely hate is healthy and is at peace. We had a whole. We just talked about that. we did the Metta part 3. Call it Metta part 3. There you go.
Metta part 3.
Because it's
we
funny.
can have more. We can have more episodes.
We'll talk about Metta part 1 would be like somebody who we really appreciate.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thanks for listening. We'll work on that. That's going to require research.